Yes, here we go again. I can get off of that screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the vidIQ Tuesday channel audit live streams with your host, the YouTuber in residence here at vidIQ, Rob Wilson. If you are new to this glorious experience, we welcome you into our lecture hall, our learning classroom, our education forum, as we share our knowledge, our wisdom, our experience, and occasionally our comedic entertainment chops for you as we guide you on your YouTube journey. It is a place of learning. It is a place of vulnerability. It is a place where we all try to share in this collective challenge of getting onto YouTube and spreading our passions and our messages to positively impact people. Believe it or not, we are already on episode 7 of 2022, and in total, episode 3,976. I don't even know how that is possible. It is just a rough calculation I did right now. And let's welcome in our concoction of guests this week. I'm going to welcome into the house, first of all, the coolest man on the planet with the coolest glasses. He already knows I'm going to introduce him because he's giving me like an emoji face right now in the green room. He's sort of winking at me suggestively as well. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Hey.
Doing well, man. How's it going?
Can you independently move both eyebrows?
No, just the one.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, I can do one, but I can't do both. But yeah, welcome. How are you doing? How is it to be here once again? Great stuff.
Proud moment of my life, to be honest.
Oh, wow, that's truly epic. I'm just going to bring the music down a little bit so that I can introduce the next person who might possibly be the most enthusiastic man on the internet. As always, I just give him 20 seconds to take over. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Get ready for the Viper experience.
Oh, I'm here. I'm live. It's been a while. What's up, people? What's going on, Rob, Jeff?
Hey,
hello,
Viper. How are you
to
doing?
all of our community. How y'all doing? We're here.
I'm doing pretty good. We have 2 people now on the live stream wearing sunglasses in their offices, which is truly incredible. In fact, I think we're all wearing glasses this week because introducing last but not least, I will leave you to decide that, like, the tier rankings of channel auditors here. Maybe we should do it as a poll. That might be interesting. Introducing
Hate me, so.
Travis. How's it going, Travis?
Oh, you didn't know?
Your bottoms better call somebody.
What's going on?
I'm very well. How are you?
I am well as well. I am back from sunny California, I think 2-3 weeks ago, so it's been a minute. But I miss it. I miss the warmth.
And saving a little power, I see today. Your carbon footprint is lowering.
It's lowerish. I mean, I can turn everything on. Don't
Can you do it with what? Can you do it with like a click of a finger? Like, hey Alexa, turn on all of Travis's.
Some of them, yeah, actually. There's 1 or 2 that I have to do manually because they have momentary switches rather than hard switches. But yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Let's say hello to some of our awesome community who joins us today. We'll start with Raul Reynolds Art saying hello to all of us. Hello to you from Spain. Yeah, let us know where you are in the world. We'd love to welcome you, whether you are in Vancouver, Chicago, Seattle, and LA. Have I got everyone right there? All of the locations? Yeah, I think that's where everyone is here. So yeah, tell us where you are. Like, for example, we have the Shadow Dasher. Hey, there we are, Viper. You've got a fan right there. Somebody told me they were in Bangladesh. That was the one I want to say hello to. Salman Farme, hello to you. That's probably the most... I'd say that's literally the other side of the world for me here in Vancouver, somewhere around Bangladesh, India, China region. We've got people saying hello from New York. That's some dumb trucker there. We have the Smasher Kitten Show in Canada. Grand Junction, is that Cincinnati? Is that when people try and abbreviate the states in the US? Am I right there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. And we've also got Minecraft Transformers. What is that? Estates? I'm not sure
Yeah,
what that is. But hello
Pilgrim.
to you. Another one. Oh no, same person from Bangladesh. There. We've also got Brian went fishing.
I saw
So those
Egypt.
are all of the shout outs I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it up to some of the other people now. So I'm just going to put them on screen. Say hello.
The Data Digest coming to you live from vidIQ, and 23 Lives coming to you live from Romania. And Joe's Phenomenal is in Vegas. Nice. And then
All right.
last but not leastly, Lewis Cox Studios. Hello from Tim.
And then Viper.
We got a Woody Bear Animate. What's happening? How you doing?
All the way in Norway. That's amazing.
Yo Ang, hello. And we got the Flaming Gamer. Ooh, what a name. What's happening?
I sense this person doesn't want to reveal his location. Like America is quite a large continent. That's fair enough.
In which America?
I mean, north, south, what's going on?
We respect that. We
got questions.
And last Viper.
This needs to be said from New Mexico. Hello.
Okay, Jeff. Now it's your turn.
We got Jay Wilson TV. Greetings from the ocean. Nice.
All right, from Atlantis, maybe there.
Yeah. We got. I'm gonna totally butcher your name, but Ryshanda Miller coming from the Bahamas.
Nice. And we have.
And we've got Mikey's TikTok Shorts. Hi, I'm from the UK. Hey, nice.
And the final hello we're gonna do here is
we got your technology coach. Hello to you, sir. Hello from Lafayette, Indiana.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this week. I am just going to stop that music playing because we're now going to get into the business end of this live stream by explaining exactly how all of these shenanigans are going to operate for the next 2 hours with this 60-second explain. Welcome to the vidIQ channel audit live stream, where we review your YouTube channels. To submit your channel for review, make sure to fill out the right form linked in the video description. Note that we clear these forms after every live stream, so make sure to resubmit the following week. Channel audits are free, so please don't send us a super chat or spam us in a chat expecting a review. If there are alternative ways to get picked for an audit, we will let you know during the live stream. If we don't get around to reviewing your channel today, vidIQ has a channel audit tool working 24/7 with you. Make sure to download our tools and use the 30-day free trial using the link in the video description. If you submit your channel for review, expect the following. We are sharing nothing more than our knowledge, experience and passion as fellow YouTube creators. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our moderators who do a phenomenal job every single week. Thank you. As for all of you, well, thumbs up if you enjoy this live stream, subscribe if you love it, and if you know of a fellow creator who may find all of this stuff useful, please do share it with them. And with all of that being said, let's start auditing your channels. Final bits of housekeeping, as always, before we start the channel audits. We get hundreds of submissions every single week. So if you are able to do this, bring up your channel on a second screen, whether it be on mobile, tablet, desktop, so that while we are giving advice on the channel that we're auditing, you can see how that may apply to your channel, because we are often talking about the absolute fundamentals of YouTube growth and consistency, and thumbnails and channel focus, and so on and so forth.
Speaking of growth, Rob, I don't know if you've noticed, but ever since the turn of the year, first of the year here, this live stream has gone up in audience. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's this time of the year, I think. Same with the channel, where our views have gone up, and I think we're about 25% up on viewers, which is fantastic. And one of the secret tips is that the reason we have this kind of 10-minute introduction is to let everybody join and settle in, because in the first couple of minutes you'll have half of the audience, and then it starts to peak around about this time. So welcome everybody. Yeah, if you are new, we hope that we're going to give you some useful education here. So make sure you have your screen up. And we're not just a auditing team 2 hours every single Tuesday. We have a fleet of tools that can help you make data-driven decisions. And one of the new tools I'm excited to reveal to you today, which should now be rolled out to all users, is this little number that you can see next to videos, which is views per hour. And what this is basically telling you is how many views this video is getting right now. So whether it's trending or not. For example, we'll see that MKBHD, one of his shorts, is getting around about 10,000 views per hour. That's not a surprise. But here's the interesting thing. What is YouTube recommending to you personally? Like, why am I seeing Nate from Channel Makers? Why am I seeing Travis and his videos? It's because Travis and I have been collabing on something, and I've been watching some of his videos. And because of that, YouTube is recommending their content. So that, that's why we're getting less views per hour, but it's a really good indication of the difference between what YouTube is generally recommending to you, as well as like what personalized recommendations are coming through on the home feed and how those videos are performing. So if you see this number appearing frequently throughout this live stream, it's because it's the data that's coming from vidIQ about your channel as well. This, I believe, is a free tool. So you can download vidIQ right now, link in the description, and you can get this absolutely free. But if you did want to take advantage of many of our paid tools, we also have a link in the description for a 30-day free trial, which will give you channel audits, daily ideas, etc., etc. With all of that being said, Viper, Jeff, Travis, are you ready to actually do some channel auditing?
Yes.
Then let's begin. Thank you, Jeff, for answering me. We're going to look at the first channel that's submitted this week from the forms that are in the description, which you need to fill out if you want your channel auditing. It is Protocol 36. Is that a reference to something in the Marvel universe? Like Order 66 in Star Wars?
I'm not sure. What is is that a thing?
I'm trying to remember. Is that something that happens in the Winter Soldier, where Hydra initiate Protocol 36 and they all suddenly turn on Captain America? I'm trying to remember. Somebody let us know in the chat. I'm having a bit of a memory blank. But with all that being said, let's now actually audit the channel with 1,000 subscribers. And I'm just going to open it up to the three of you. Where do you want to start with this one?
Didn't we actually do this channel? Because I remember this like weird thing, 3060 thingy, and then it had to do with like Marvel or something. I don't know. Anyway, who cares? My assumption would be, does it have something to do with Spider-Man? Because there's so much Spider-Man content on here that is Protocol 36 something to do with Spider-Man? That'd be my first guess. If not, then I would wonder what that means. So mysterious.
No immediate reveal there in the about section, but you have correctly identified, Travis, that I think it's not exclusively Spider-Man, but mostly Spider-Man, because they've got something here about how violent will Moon Knight be, which is another character in the Marvel universe, but it's not Spider-Man. But yeah, mostly Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's interesting because it looks like they built. How old is this channel?
So let's take a look at that. Under 2 years. Okay. And they were doing Spider-Man stuff then as well. So they've kept their focus pretty much.
And the thumbnails seem okay. So I would wonder why after a year, like they don't have a little bit more momentum. Some things work pretty well. And then I guess like how will Spider-Man freshman year handle something? And then which villains can we see in this? When will so I even like the ideas are kind of interesting as well.
How would you describe this? If you're looking at the videos and the titles,
it's asking a lot of questions, which is not a bad thing. I wonder, but I think my biggest thing is that they're all really long titles, and that might actually be holding the channel back somewhat because it's being truncated before some of this stuff even tells you what the question is. Like they need to come up with really sharp, quick titles that you're getting the point across in just a couple of words. Otherwise, the thing is like not everyone's going to mouse over to see what the dots are. And when you're on mobile, you can't mouse over it. I mean, you either click it or you don't. So that would be the number one thing I would work on if I was them. Shorter titles that are just as interesting.
And I feel as if that could be extended to the thumbnails a little bit in that you get a vibe or a sense of what the content might be about from the thumbnails, but not necessarily a clear cut message, which I think is the same in the titles as well, Travis. I don't know if anybody else is getting that feeling as well. Or, like in terms of the cartoon imagery or the text, it's very, very small, even if it is in that Spider-Man font. It's taking 5 to 10 seconds to comprehend, whereas we want to be getting that instant shot of aha moment. I think Viper, you were going to chime in there.
Yeah, the normally I would complain about all the text in the thumbnail, but what I think is happening here is that they're using the thumbnail more as cover art as opposed to being complimentary to the title. So they're just going with the whole comic book vibe of the thumbnails, and that's cool if that's what your goal is. But for a potential viewer, as we always talk about here, when we look at these thumbnails, like when I first got on the channel, I was confused. I mean, I wasn't confused, but I was like, all right, I get the general gist, Spider-Man, but
yeah,
text, a lot of the text you can't read, and then the thumbnails don't really say much, especially in relation to what the title of the video is. So as we tell you guys all the time, your title and thumbnail have to be married. They have to be complementary of each other to get that person to potentially click on your video. So my biggest issue here is that the titles and thumbnails aren't really complementary to each other per se.
If I was to take this as an example, this thumbnail right here, there's Fantastic Four and then Patrick Stewart, and I don't know what the connection is there, other than I think there's a rumor, or he is in Doctor Strange, as far as I understand it, because I heard his voice in the trailer, but I didn't see his face. So if I was going to redo this thumbnail, I would make him the focus, and maybe some text, something like in MCU. Like, oh, he's going to be in the Marvel. Is that how you pronounce it? MCU.
Yes.
What does that mean?
The
Marvel Comics Universe. Yeah. Because I don't know what Fantastic Four has in connection with Doctor Strange either. I feel as if too much is trying to be communicated in this thumbnail. So that's how I may simplify that as an example in each of these. View counts are quite healthy though. I feel as if the community is there on a regular basis. They're getting hundreds of views on most videos, usually 400 plus for each Spider-Man one. Good example here of when you've just moved away a little bit from what your focus is. This one about Moon Knight, the views are a little bit lower. But there is some connective tissue, I think, there between the two characters, I guess, and the whole universe at large. But what we're thinking here is generally as a group that titles need simplifying and the thumbnails need to do a bit more work perhaps for each video.
Yeah, title for sure.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you for that input. All right, let's move on to the next channel. That was the first channel that's submitted on our non-gaming list. Travis, you'll be pleased to hear that when you just ducked out very briefly before we went live, we nominated you the gaming expert this week in Dan's absence. Folks, okay. Dan will be back tomorrow. So if you want to start off with a Black Hat Gaming.
Oh, cool.
2,000 subscribers. And yeah, this is their channel.
It's crazy because if you look at this, you don't know it's a video game channel at all, really. It just looks like a car channel, which is interesting. So for Forza, I mean, video games now, the graphics are so ridiculous. Everything looks darn near anyway. But I wonder, like, what that does to, like, view durations. Because what if you really are surprised, like the supercar is surprisingly good? What if someone thinks that's real and clicks it, realizes it's a video game, then they're not interested and they click out? Is it too good? Is the thumbnail maybe too good? I don't know. I mean, I think that what they should do is definitely look at their it does say in Forza 5, but again, truncated. Like when we were back on the other page, you can't see that.
Yeah, you're right.
This is my thing about having titles that are way too long. I think that's are we gonna see this as a theme today? People's titles are gonna be too long. So good thumbnails can actually bite you in the butt, which is kind of something you wouldn't normally know if the thumbnail is not giving a really good indication of what you're going to get out of the video. No matter how good it is, if it's giving you incorrect information, then it could be a bad thing. So I don't know. I mean, I would have to see exactly what's going on, because these thumbnails are so good in themselves that it's giving me a different vibe for this channel. It completely looks like a car channel to me. So
what you're suggesting is that maybe the thumbnails need to add some sort of gaming element to them. For example, this kind of has more of a gaming theme to it, given the arrow and it's pointing at something there. This one maybe with the times that are there. I think in some channels will include like engine parts that they can buy and similar things. Just the really uber detailed car.
You could put like the Forza 5 logo or something in the thumbnail, or I mean something
in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. We usually wouldn't recommend such a thing, but in order to define this definitively as a gaming car gaming channel, it might be worth doing in this example.
I don't ever remember us giving thumbnail advice where we say, okay, it's too good, or like it looks too real. Like this might be the first time ever in the history of vidIQ.
So that's what they used to look like.
Yeah.
Certainly more of a gaming vibe when they had the logos in there. But again, the videos don't seem to be performing that well. Yeah,
I mean, they're definitively better, but again, it makes them just look too realistic. So I guess my thought would be, what do normal Forza 5 video game thumbnails look like? If you just do a regular search, like what do they tend to look like?
Peek into that research there. So I guess that's a really good example of it. This isn't like a real life. This is a clearly a video game type of content with that image.
Yeah. See, all these feel more video gamey.
Mm-hmm.
So they all look good, but there's some stuff going on there. Yeah.
Hey Dan.
Hey Dan.
Yeah. So I guess let me ask you like a slightly different question. Let's say for argument's sake, there's nothing wrong with the thumbnails, right? They're actually, people understand that it's a Forza Horizon 5 video and they're clicking on it. What might be the problem if it's not the thumbnails? And I'm going to pose that question to Jeff just to give Travis a break from his gaming expertise.
The problem, you mean with which problem are we talking about? So
I'm saying that let's ignore the facts, because we may be thinking that the thumbnails are almost too good. They're sending the wrong message. This might be people might think this is actually a car enthusiast channel rather than a video game channel. But let's say that actually people know that this is about Forza 5. They're clicking on the thumbnails, but the videos still aren't getting any views. Is there another problem that there might be in this for this channel?
I mean, it could be that they're not capitalizing on what's hot and trending in that game at this moment.
Right.
So if you look at Forza Horizon 5 Season 4 Horizon World Cup, some of the I follow this game and I play this game. So there is trending content in this game specific to the people playing it, because there are seasons to this game and there are new releases and there's new assignments weekly. So, and there's people that are showing you exactly how to do that stuff. So if you're going around just kind of playing the game or doing build and stuff, cool. I wouldn't expect a lot of views from that stuff. But if you did it more on the how to accomplish this mission, this particular task in this game, I've seen those videos blow up within the first 24, 48 hours, because some of those missions are timed. Like you literally have 24 hours or 12 hours to complete something. So it'll be short-lived, but you will get a ton of views on stuff on those types of videos. But it could just be that they're not capitalizing on something trending, whether it's a new car release, whether it's a new firmware update to the game. That could be what's going on. But this, like I said, the season 4 one, 237 views, whereas the rest are all less than 50, is a sign that leveraging trending topics within the game could be more valuable to them and their channel.
I do apologize, Travis. I didn't realize that Jeff was a Forza 5 expert. We could have had him leaving this one. Holding back some information there.
No, I just happen to like the game. That's all.
I'm joking, of course. All right, so that is Black Hat Gaming there. Let's move on to the next channel, and it is Keep It Simple Astronomy. They have just cracked 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Hopefully,
congrats, man.
Yeah, if you're going to monetize your channel.
I love astronomy channels.
Believe Viper, you pre-picked this one, so tell us what you think.
Yeah, so I was kind of interested by the premise and the mission of the channel. Keep it simple astronomy. I don't really see too many astronomy channels on YouTube, but yeah, they seem to be doing well. They're getting a nice view for their channel size. Thumbnails definitely good. They seem to be a perfect marriage with the titles. Although, if any of you all can explain to me the Squid Game thumbnail and how did that fit in, I'm confused about that one. But other than that, the rest of them look good. I'm just confused about the Squid Game thumbnail.
Yeah, Viper, that one did jump out at me as something very distinctive, and And then I thought, what has this got to do with the channel? But it's one of the better performing videos. So we've obviously leveraged something a little bit there. I also think the thumbnail here is more simplistic, especially when you're using the text on a very, I would say, jarring color versus the rest of the thumbnails, whereas this one seemed to be a bit more seamless in its design. So maybe that's another reason why it clicks. People clicks on it, but I have no idea why Squid Games is referenced there.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the symbol from the dude, the triangle, meant something. Maybe that's,
Possibly.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It escaped me at the moment, but yeah, you know, I mean, I don't really have too much critique for the channel other than what Travis said earlier about maybe making your titles a little more shorter and succinct, so you can fit them all into the search thing. But other than that, I mean, they're off to a good start. They got 1,000 subscribers. They're getting good channel views. Keep up the good work and keep up putting out the content on a consistent basis, and you'll go places.
I did have a question about the target audience. Given that the channel is called Keep It Simple Astronomy, when you look at these titles and these thumbnails, do you feel as if this is actually simple astronomy or more for the passionate enthusiast? When I look at this channel, for me personally, it feels a little inaccessible as somebody who doesn't know anything about astronomy, but maybe if I wanted to learn something and I was a complete beginner, I don't know if I would choose this channel. So I was just wondering about target audience here. Does the channel name reflect the content?
Gosh, I thought he was riding on a rocket when I really quickly looked at those thumbnails. I thought he was like sitting on a rocket flying somewhere. Instead, that's not what's going on at all.
That's not what's going on.
But I hear you, Rob. I kind of get what you're saying, because it seems like sort of like the cost of entry into this channel would be to be someone who already has a telescope in their backyard, possibly. Yeah. That might be what's going on. So, but that's, I don't know. Maybe they're not making that clear enough. Or who knows? That could be their exact target audience. Because one thing I'm not seeing here on an astronomy channel, and something that's huge right now in astronomy, is the James Webb Telescope. I don't see them mention it one time in here. They might have mentioned it in the videos, but I don't see anything about it here. And I'm like, it's like the biggest story. It's pop culture to this point. You know, it's actually in the news, in the mainstream and everything. So not leveraging that, to me, is kind of a head scratcher. So it could be that they're not doing general astronomy per se. It could be, like, as you said, that maybe they're targeting just the backyard enthusiasts and what they can see with their own telescopes.
I love that phrase that you used there, Jeff. Cost of entry into a channel. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try and remember that. Really interesting way of putting it. You know, the way I was thinking about how to make it more accessible was if they did almost like a spoof of where are the Guardians of the Galaxy in the universe. To try and tie it into popular culture, but this is kind of like the fallback I always do. Like, how can you tie it into popular culture in some way to make it more accessible to a broader audience? Otherwise, they might find themselves with this relative small niche right now. In the fact that you got 1,000 subscribers and you're getting hundreds of views per video, which is fantastic. But how do you turn one or two videos into flagship pieces of content that are, I guess, low costs of entry points into your content? And you've spoken about the James Webb Telescope and potential other ideas.
Yeah, I know. I have a older kind of channel friend of mine. Channel's name is Launchpad Astronomy, and doing excellent. You know, doing really good stuff. And they did extensive coverage on James Webb during this whole time. But they're more, I believe he's an actual professor who has a YouTube channel. And he's taking, teaching the concepts about astronomy and the different things, and really breaking it down to make it very easy to understand, to where if I can figure it out, then, he can teach pretty much anyone. So, but I think Launchpad's target audience is different from this target audience.
I think this was the type of video I was potentially expecting to see, like some beginner stuff. And, as you say, the enthusiast sat in their back garden with a telescope, and this channel just doesn't seem to have any of those entry point videos for their channel. So maybe something along those lines. Like, if you were going to imagine as a creator, you're going to start astronomy again from the very beginning. How would you guide somebody through that in a 5 to 10 video series?
Exactly.
And that might be, now carry on doing all of your enthusiast stuff, absolutely. But maybe if you dedicate, how many videos do you do on a regular basis? One every week?
It looks like about once a week.
So maybe once a month you have that beginner video that's very much a search intent piece of content. But over time, hopefully that's going to bring in new audiences on a regular basis.
That's good advice for a lot of channels that do this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So learning how to do stuff, like I think Viper took a good approach on his channel, on his new channel, where he started kind of from scratch and was teaching people how to use the different Apple services and the Apple devices and the tips and tricks and that sort of stuff. And that's a good approach to take it, because I don't think it's not like a blow up play. It's an evergreen play. And it's a good way. It's a good foundation to start your stuff off. But that doesn't mean that even if you already have 1,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean you can't do that. So it's just like for myself, I could take my own advice and make videos about how to pair headphones to an iPhone and how to pair headphones to an Android. You know what I mean? It sounds like a dumb idea, but there are a ton of people who are not tech savvy who would find that piece of content very useful.
Now, we are talking about one of the very common challenges of a YouTube channel, and that is target audience. And you know where you could have a really fantastic conversation about this and get really into the nuts and bolts and talk to fellow creators about their challenges with a target audience? It's vidIQ group coaching. Yay! Let's talk about this for a little bit, because we have two of the I guess what would we call you though in this space? Like
I think YouTube coaches. That's
group leaders. Yeah, I was trying to think of a particular term for what you do in this space. But you are, of course, professional coaches, Jeff and Travis. You both are doing this now for a number of years, and recently you decided that on top of a one-on-one coaching that you do, you'd like to band creators together to have campfire conversations and bi-weekly, am I right? Bi-weekly presentations on different YouTube topics. So why did you decide to do this, and how's it going so far?
Yeah, it's been interesting because, we knew that, most learning happens in a group setting. That's why people go to school and college. It's a group setting. And a lot can be accomplished there. And a lot of people didn't have the finances to do one-on-one coaching. It's a lot more expensive. This is much more reasonable with some additionally cool things coming. We actually have been doing more than 2 calls a month. We've been doing awesome. 3. Yeah. We only guarantee 2, but we've literally done 3 each time. So we're just going to continue to do that. And the thing is, we're seeing a lot of people having those moments of, oh, I get it now. Like all the things I've been doing before didn't make sense, and now I understand. The Discord that we have, the private Discord, is pretty phenomenal. If you see the people in there, it's so exciting to go in there and see people saying, oh my God, now I get it. Now it makes sense. And we're just doing some really great things. We're gonna have Rob on pretty soon, where you can literally ask Rob a question directly. He's going to answer it like right there and then for you. So it's been really exciting, really fun. And I think that as we grow this, it'll be something you'll want to be a part of, because not only do you have access to the kind of the conversations you're having, every couple of days, you actually have access to all the videos we've done up until this point. So even if you missed the first month and a half, if you were to start today, you literally would have like over 4 or 5 hours worth of content to watch today, like that quickly. So you could get started today.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's amazing that you put it like that, because if you go to VidCon or VidSummit, there'll be like 20 speakers there. So you'll get like 20 speaking sessions. By the time we're into the summer, there's going to be a back catalogue of that many conversations, isn't there? There's going to be a huge library. It's already building. You're up to like 10 to 15 already. So imagine where we're going to be with this soon.
And the other thing is, one of the things that people used to ask is, well, how many people are going to be in there? Well, I get my question answered. We've answered every single question someone's asked. Yeah. Every single one, especially during the live streams. So it's been such a crazy value. And very soon that price is going to include something else. And there's going to be some promos coming up very, very soon. So keep an eye on vidIQ. You will 100% want to be there. Yes, your questions will get answered.
Yeah. Also, we haven't missed any.
Sorry, what was that? I missed.
No, what I was saying was I was agreeing with Travis that we have multiple ways for people to submit their questions. And on top of that, we're even answering questions for people who couldn't even attend the sessions because we understand time zones and the difference in time zones and stuff. So people will submit their questions and then they'll get answered. They could watch them on the replay and stuff. So overall, it's been super, super helpful for the people that are in the group and can understand the benefit of it.
Yeah, super cool. So definitely check it out.
Also, just so you all know, I've actually listened to a couple of these calls myself, and they are good. Like the nuance which Jeff, Travis, and Lexi go into when they're talking to you about specific YouTube topics, man. Just the nuance and how they address it in the call. A1, y'all. Take advantage of it.
Now, of course, there is a cost to this, but we're trying to serve all audiences at all price points. This is why we're doing free channel audits and why we've done free channel audits for the last 4.5 years. But we know that once somebody gets to 10,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers and beyond, they're looking for more specific advice and make better thumbnails or write better titles. And this is where you can start to get this really nuanced stuff. So there's a link in the description. If you want to take advantage of it, please do. We're not full at the moment, are we, chaps? But the three of you can only coach so many people. So you do have to be aware that there is a pressure on numbers. But if you act now, then you will be welcomed in. And I think I'm booked in for next week. Is that right?
I believe next
so. Week. Yeah. So if you want to ask me some questions, which I will give you answers to in my eccentric way, then please do make sure to join us. With that being said,
while we're doing promo stuff real quick, have any of you listened to the most recent episode of the vidIQ podcast?
Yep.
Oh, no, I haven't yet.
What you think about it, Jeff?
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, so this week on the podcast, I invited a random YouTube viewer on, and I asked them all types of questions about how they watch YouTube, what type of titles do they click on, what type of thumbnails do they click on, how long do they watch a video before they decide whether or not it's worth their time. A bunch of different questions that creators would love to know about how people watch YouTube and make their decisions. So if you have not checked out this week's episode of Tube Talk, if you're a creator, I would highly recommend checking it out. A lot of nice insight in that episode for sure.
Yep. And then also don't forget on the page for the Tube Talk, our coworker Lydia does a breakdown. So if you prefer to read instead of listening, she pulls gems out of them and just breaks it down for you in a text fashion.
Yep.
So I know some people prefer to read, completely understandable, to each their own. But you have the option of doing both. And Viber's doing some excellent work over there. Not just this one with the random viewer, but the one with Technically T. There's another one with Justin Moore that was amazing for monetization and stuff. So there's a lot of good stuff in there for people who are into some longer form content.
And Matt Geelan was on recently as well.
That was an excellent episode.
Entertaining and quite industrial language type stuff to say about YouTube and the things around of it. All right, let's move on to the next channel. Let's get back to some channel auditing here. And we're looking at Dad Skills. I can't remember if Jeff or Travis chose
that was me.
Okay, Travis, tell me why, what we're looking at.
So I thought this reminded me of that channel a couple of years ago. Remember the dad teaches you how to do things that blew up at one moment?
Oh yeah, Dad, how do I? Yeah, got 1 million subscribers in like 50 days.
Yeah. So it reminded me of that because the value proposition is kind of interesting. Now they're doing some shorts. That's why they have these weird kind of looking thumbnails. But other than that, so I was wondering like, okay, well, what was this channel about? So Pimp My Ride, WRBIC, which I have everywhere in my house, or in this room, I should say. I wanted to see what it was about. I just assumed it would be like a dad kind of doing something similar, maybe teaching you some really cool things or something. But so some parts of it did. The longer form stuff does seem to kind of fit into that. What's inside of a drill, 6 easy steps to scrap wood projects, those type of things. And the shorts are interesting, like how to sand an apple. I'm not sure how many people were trying to do that. But it almost got 1,000 views. So there you go, I suppose. So yeah, there's some really interesting stuff here, but I unfortunately can't walk away from this channel thinking specifically that I'm going to get what I thought I was going to get when I came here, which is why I brought this up, because I came into it with one kind of concept of what I expected to see, and I walked away not exactly that. Again, a lot of jumping into short stuff, which is fine, but I think the value here, at least if it's done correctly, is, I mean, they're doing a lot of Govy reviews, which is fine, I suppose. But again, it kind of goes back to dad skills makes me think of one thing that I'm not exactly getting. So what does the banner say there?
That's skill stuff your dad would show you.
Yeah, right. That's what I expected. Oil and water check, exactly what I would think. Like that's one of the things I literally would think. So, and of course, it got 20K views because that's literally what. Will this work? The plumber, like that stuff makes sense to me. But then this other newer stuff doesn't. So I just wonder, like, why the change, and if they're going to go in this kind of newerish thing, is maybe the title and banner, maybe they should be updated with the new idea.
We've got a strange little niche here with red cabbage. I just see 3 thumbnails here on like the most popular ones, which is really curious.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But then I guess like check car oil, unblock a sink, buying a car. Those are very general dad skills. And then there's coaxial cables, which feels a bit more technical than just the general stuff.
It sounds like they were maybe perhaps struggling for an idea that week and they wanted to stay consistent, which I've seen a lot of creators do. And from conversations we've had one-on-ones where I'm like, this video doesn't make any sense to your audience. And I was like, oh, I wanted to get a video out. Like, all right, I get it. And I get, going through the process and stuff. But, you want to stay on topic. If your channel's about cooking, stick with cooking. If you're doing general dad skills, then keep it for general dad skills. Or if you want to do easy cooking recipes for dudes that don't know how to cook, that's a whole separate channel that would be amazing.
Yeah, I feel as if this could be a shorts channel in itself where you just sand weird stuff.
You could. I agree.
Like the hydraulic crushing channels where they just crush different things. Yeah.
Highly
I feel as if it's in the same vein as that. But they did 3 videos on it, or 2, and they did but they did too badly. But then they're on to the next thing. I feel as if this shorts, all of this jumble of shorts content has really disrupted the direction of the channel. Probably should have been saved for a separate shorts channel to do this experimentation, because now I have no idea what direction this channel is going to go in.
I think when I was recording the podcast for next week, I kind of warned people about this. Or either this week or last week about shorts and how you implement shorts, because you all have to realize that there are 2 different audiences for short form and long form content. And I'm not saying that you can't implement short form on your long form channel, but you have to be very careful about how you do it. And you definitely want to make sure that the content jive with what you would normally put out anyway. If you try to go in a different direction just to try to take advantage of YouTube Shorts, you are potentially segmenting your audience, and it's not going to be a good look. Just be careful with it.
I would ask the question, like, what is this collection of videos supposed to be doing on the channel, given everything else that we've just seen? Because now it looks to be jokes and riddles for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Where has that come from? I'm really thrown by the latest shorts that they have here.
Yeah, and I get the frustration as a creator when you feel like stuff isn't working and you're trying to throw everything at the wall. But yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff, because you could end up having something blow up that is totally not your niche or your target audience, and it can really skew the data. So
I was just about to say that, Jeff. I think a lot of people are digging into YouTube Short off of that chance. It's like playing a lottery almost. They're playing the lottery. They want to win the lottery. And in this case, winning the lottery means going viral. You might win the lottery, but are you ready for what happens if you potentially win the YouTube Short lottery? You go viral, then all those people that come to your channel, they're going to expect nothing but that content that you made that went viral. And if that's not something that you want to do moving forward, that could be rough.
Yeah, no, I'm very familiar with a channel who had this happen to them. I think they were under 5,000 subscribers and had one particular short hit millions of views, and then a couple of other follow-ups do okay. And the short, the one that's hit millions of views, is still going and still gaining them a ton of subscribers. But when they drop a regular video, mind you, I think this channel has probably upwards of 40,000 subscribers at this point based off of this one short. Every time they drop a regular video that's in what their channel's about, nothing. We're talking a channel with over 40,000 subs getting maybe 30, 40 views on a video, where, we're talking quote unquote dead subs. So you have to be careful with that.
This
Sorry, I
might
went.
be the creepiest thing I've ever seen on a vidIQ live stream.
I went a bit John Madden there, and I wanted to just encourage this creator to start this new channel, Will It Sand, and make 100 videos just sanding random bits of fruit and whatever else they can get.
I might start that today because it sounds ridiculous.
Right, get in there with like 442 people just saw that idea. Somebody's got to get. Hang on. Let's just.
If you do the right stuff, shoot it correctly, I almost guarantee that channel will blow up.
Let's just see if this has already been done.
It's got to.
There is nothing here.
Wow.
Go get it.
Nothing here. Look, when YouTube tries to autocomplete, will it sandwich? Will it chicken sandwich? Opportunities, people.
What does Will It Sandwich do? Because I think I would do that channel.
All right, let's think.
Can I make a sandwich out of this?
Because I like eating things, so I would totally do Will It Sandwich.
Dear.
What does that mean? What does Will It Sandwich mean?
No idea. Will it ice cream sandwich? It's Good Mythical Morning who are dominating this.
Oh, they're just taking random. So it's basically, can I make a sandwich out of blank? This is what they're doing.
I would so do that. Are you kidding me?
This channel audit is going to go off the rails if we carry on.
It already has, sir.
Yeah. Twitter competition.
We are off the bridge at this point.
Twitter, we're off the grid, people. Twitter competition. Use emojis to describe your channel, and the Block Rat describe their channel in what looks to me like a very failed attempt at Wordle. But it isn't. I think this is their Minecraft channel with blocks.
They should have said Wordle score next to it. That would have been even funnier.
Yeah, maybe. Is anyone still playing that?
I've never played it. I refuse.
I had to block that word.
Block Rat is a channel we are auditing, and
Hey.
where is Dan? We need Dan's help. It is a Minecraft channel with 500 subscribers, and on first impressions, it looks like this channel has a character called Block Rat that they are inserting into different Minecraft challenges. Seems like a generally good idea here. Thumbnails are of a very high standard, so I'm encouraged by where this channel currently is. I would say in terms of, I'm not going to say consistency. It looks as if you've got consistent outputs, but in terms of how often viewers want to see Minecraft, it tends to be on a daily, every other day basis. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that given the length of the videos and what looks to be high production quality. But that might be one of the reasons why you're not getting momentum just yet on your channel. But some encouraging signs. What else do we think here, chaps, as I scroll through?
Yeah, I mean, those are good.
Those thumbnails are great. Even some of the ideas behind the videos are good. You notice that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be just one of those ones that something randomly takes off, and because the other videos are kind of interesting and different, it takes off with the other videos. It's hard to know why, like a channel like this. Oh, there's this channel that I found the other day that is blown up, and I still can't understand why. And you might, and I almost feel like this creator probably thinks YouTube is easy because they've only been doing it for like a month and change, and they're up to like 40,000 subscribers. I'm like, if you only knew. But I see something like this and I go, this looks really good. I mean, the thumbnails are good, the topics are good. You're just waiting for it to find the right viewership. Now, my question then would be, what's your retention like? And not even on shorts, just regular videos.
Sure.
That's maybe the missing part because we can't see that. So if everything else looks good from the outside, then the next thing you got to do is look at retention and look at improving that.
There is an outlier video here with 6,000 views. I would maybe check out the traffic sources, especially perhaps what suggested videos are connected to this one. Look at the comments and see if there's any particular positive comments coming through on this, like I really liked it when you did this, or it's just the type of Minecraft video I wanted to watch, and see if there is some form of, I'm not going to say follow-up now because it's 6 months old, but whether it's a format or of a style or even a video length, which it seems a little longer than everything else, there's hopefully a few hints there as to why that particular video has performed significantly better than anything else on your channel. But yeah, some of the thumbnails I think are fantastic. This one right here looks like it's a Squid Game inspired one, so maybe a little late for that topic. But in terms of the thumbnail giving you that aha moment immediately, and then a short title, Travis, that you can fully read, and you get within 3 seconds, you know what this video is going to be about, and then you can decide whether or not you're going to click on it. Really good thumbnails and titling.
Yeah, I mean, they're bright. They look like some of the higher end thumbnails. It could just be, again, could just be a matter of time. Also could be something of attention that we can't see.
Sure. Let's move on to the next channel, which is going to be the Kingfisher Catch. And I think this was the Jeff inspired pick, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
I picked it because it was. I thought it was really interesting. First of all, the name. I think it might be one of the Pokemon characters. I'm not that deep into it. But what I thought was interesting about this is that these are lo-fi card openings or pack openings. So as far as I can tell, there's no one talking on these videos. It's just lo-fi chill music while they're opening these packs of Pokemon cards. So to me, it's kind of interesting because they're taking a different tack on something that's highly popular on YouTube. So I thought it was an interesting idea, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I think if it makes sense for the people watching. So in other words, it's just like a vibey kind of watching people unpack. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's borderline like lo-fi ASMR almost.
I think you should go full ASMR and have the mic right up on it. I mean, why not? At this point, like, you might as well. But no, I think that's an interesting idea. I mean, we started this live stream with music in the background. It's just something that, and you know, people are looking for when they're watching these unboxing and unpacking videos anyway. They're kind of just watching. So just having something kind of nice in the background is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Isn't I get the concepts.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't the point of opening Pokemon cards to do with like the reaction to what you're getting into and the individual creator's response to that? And I feel as if you might be taking away that exciting element,
right?
Of it,
this
perhaps
could be aimed at somebody else, though.
True. I mean, I guess we're still in the proof of concept stage right now.
Here's the thing, though, and this channel's new.
Yep.
And the views are actually pretty healthy, and they've already pulled past 100 subscribers. So that was the thing that made me kind of validate it a little bit, because I'm like, this is a month, and in a little bit over a month, they put out a ton of videos. Like, this is surprisingly a good consistency to get this channel up and running. Probably a couple of tweaks would be needed as far as your title and thumbnails. The thumbnails, just too many words, 5 packs, fusion strike, like all this stuff in there. It can get a little too wordy for me personally. Plus, you already have lo-fi Pokemon opening in your title, so there's no reason to put it once again in the thumbnail. But aside from that, I think this is just something that may be aimed. It's like if everybody is going right, this guy's going left, or girl, whichever it might be, they're going the other way. So to me, it's kind of interesting that they're taking a different approach.
So there is Pokemon lo-fi themed music as well. Is that just what? Oh no, there's a few. I'm wondering if the creator is able to combine the two. So it's not just lo-fi music, it's specifically Pokemon lo-fi music.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on this. So I think the thumbnails, like I said, one of the things with the words, cool. I also would probably, I don't know if it's just me, do they seem a little dull, like the saturation needs to be bumped up, or maybe lighting? What do you guys think?
Yeah, perhaps because of the gray background along with the gray titling.
Yeah.
It's
like the colors aren't popping out at me. And these are, if anybody's seen Pokemon cards, like a pack of them in front of them, they're super vibrant. And I'm not getting that vibrancy through these thumbnails. Like this very last one, you can see that kind of plum fuchsia color, a little more pop to it. But some of the other ones, it just seems very dull. The colors seem a little bit dulled. So I don't know, maybe they just need to have a saturation bumped up, or maybe pulling in on the cards a little tighter. But I think that's really for the most part. But I'm interested. I'm actually going to be key. I actually bookmarked this channel because I want to keep an eye on it over the next couple of months to see sort of where it goes. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool that they actually managed to break past 100 subs that quickly.
YouTube logo in the bottom right hand corner.
I would get rid of it.
and it feels as if that does bring a bit of punch and vibrancy to the thumbnails, but not in an intended way. It should be the cards themselves that are attracting that attention to detail.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Any other thoughts, or should we move on to the next channel? I've been wanting to use that for a little while. Okay. Discord. So we do have a group coaching Discord channel, which is exclusively accessible to those in group coaching, but we do have our general population of Discord channels where we talk about all sorts of things, from thumbnails to analytics and all sorts of topics, gaming, general, etc., etc. And every single week, we take somebody from the Discord community who is providing lots of value and giving advice and generally being a top contributor to the Discords, and we audit their channel. And this week, we have picked Daniel Lord, who has approaching 400 subscribers. So first impressions on this channel, what do we think? Let's start with Viper, just like general thoughts. What are you seeing here?
All right. I feel like I'm looking at a reaction channel, so I'm just trying to confirm if that's what I'm actually looking at. So let me see here. Okay, they got an unboxing video. That's interesting. How to make a oh wow, no, this channel's all over the place. Okay, which is fine because they're new. I'll oh my god, I cannot believe it's about to come up on this live stream. But I just had a discourse on Twitter not even a week ago about why the YouTube face exists. So I guess we can go over it now because I'm seeing a lot of the YouTube face on the channel, and people, they make fun of the YouTube face. They wish you were gone, this, that, and the other. But what I will tell you and what I said on Twitter, the reason why the YouTube face will probably never go away is that creators use it as a way to establish an emotional connection with a potential viewer. Look at this man's face, you all. Even if you don't know what the video is about, or even if you have not seen the title of the video, you see his face, you're going to stop what you're doing and look at his face. You're going to see it. And once you look at his face, you're going to look at the title, you're going to look at the thumbnail, and then you might or may not click on it. But you are going to take a look at his face because it pulls your emotional strings immediately. And it's just human psychology. I'm not going to say all humans, but I'll say most humans, when they see like a shocked face or a scared face or something like that, they're going to get curious. They're going to get intrigued and want to know what's going on. It's just in our nature to want to know what's going on. We're naturally curious. Now, what you do with that as a creator, you can do the YouTube face all you want, but you still have to deliver on the title and the content of the video in order to get that viewer in there. But I'm just perplexed. I'm not perplexed. I'm intrigued by his use of the YouTube face in his more recent videos. So I find that pretty interesting.
I think you are right in the sense that as I just scroll through their collection of a year's worth of content, all over the place, does seem to be a theme on this channel. And I think we're at the point now in the creator's journey that they should be making decisions about which lane they want to pick, and just sorting by most popular. Some of their videos from a year ago, which were very much tutorials on what looks to be Photoshop, were popular, but I think they're done now almost. I'm worried that those might be bringing in views still to the channel when they're reviewing a phone, talking about a video game, enable dislikes on YouTube, Hitman 3.
Yeah, he definitely needs to pick a lane, but the other thing is that he can't be no more than 12. So yeah, true. It is. I think it is a young creator who's. Let's give this person credit. They've been creating a lot of content over the last year, and the thumbnails in themselves are very. As Jeff was talking about from the previous channel, they didn't quite have the punch and vibrancy. Many of these videos do almost leap out of the screen, and you demand your attention as you're scrolling through the feed.
Yeah, they've definitely got some fundamentals together, but focus is going to be a big thing. Even if they don't have to focus on one exact thing, but at least keep them similar enough to each other, I think could help. But I get it. That's just one of the things where the younger creator still trying to figure out their way. want to make videos about whatever they want to make, cool. You know, that's the way you want to go. That's the way you want to go. It's not a problem. But I think the best advice by far, just from looking at this at a glance, because it seems like they have their fundamentals down, is to pick a lane and go into it.
Mm-hmm. Windows 11, Minecraft, mobile phone unboxing, some sort of reaction video content. Looks like another video reaction content. A tutorial. Kind of like commentary of a video game. I don't know what that is. Maybe some dank meme stuff. I might be wrong. And then again, some video game commentary. I feel as if I've gone through 6 or 7 different topics in 10 videos there. Mm-hmm. And just getting viewers to enjoy one video and then what comes next is sometimes so important. And I might, if I was a fan of, say, Windows 11's first impressions, would I click on any of the following videos? I'm not sure. If I'm a fan of making a canoe in Minecraft, would I click on any of the following videos? Maybe Postal 2, maybe Hitman 3, but they're very different games. So yeah, just think about what the viewer would want to watch next from your channel if they enjoyed a video they've watched.
I gotta say that it's pretty cool that we have young people that actively seek us out in our advice on how to grow their channels. I just find that fascinating and cool at the same time that young people like maybe 15 or younger or whatever come to vidIQ to figure out how to grow their channel. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, now just getting people to listen and actually apply what we're telling them. That's another bridge that we still need to cross, because there's people who watch these streams every week, and if we go to their channels, they're still doing the same thing. Like, listen, you can't expect different results if you're still using the same ingredients.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind.
Let's move on from Daniel Lord. I'm just checking if I have any more to cover that we haven't looked at yet. I think that's everything covered from the first hour, which is fantastic. So we'll take a very short break, and when we come back, I will introduce you to Jeff's favorite part of the live stream. I wonder what that is.
Introducing daily ideas from vidIQ. AI designed for those that have to create. Inspired by the creators that start working when others stop. Because their inspiration doesn't care for 9 to 5. Creators that push their ideas 1 step, even 3 steps beyond the obvious, and won't ever settle for anything less. Discover AI-generated ideas made for your channel only, the creator whose brain works like nobody else's. Newly refreshed every single day, because we know how much it hurts to get caught sleeping on a trend. And there's nothing sweeter than waking up to a view count you didn't dare dream of. So we made View Prediction. See all your opportunities ranked by their potential to get you more views. When your creativity and our algorithm work together, surprising things happen. And this is just the start. The power of artificial intelligence is in your hands, and we can't wait to see what you create. Daily ideas from vidIQ. AI-powered inspiration, inspired by you.
I so wanted to put Jeff on full screen then, because you were just jamming out to that tune. I could just see your shoulders moving. It's like really getting into a beat there. It was fun to watch. And also, if you wanted to hear from Dan this week, that is his contribution.
What we need is that overly dramatic intro for this section.
What you mean? You mean this? There he is. It is Jeff welcoming you to the Claw, and this is how it works. We have 2 submission forms, as you can see, with almost 300 submissions on gaming channels, 318 on non-gaming channels. You see the challenges we have with so many submissions. We take this Claw, we dip it into the ball of channels, and we take a number. This number is 285. We put that number into our form, and we take the channel link and we have no idea what we're getting into here. First impressions. This is what a viewer is going to see when they see one of your videos or your channel. Is it going to have an impact on us immediately? And this channel has a very strong Mr. Beast vibe impact as I look at the channel. All right. Big views on these. These are shorts of some kind. Wow.
Uncanny to canny.
What? I don't know what this is about, but wow.
It's getting viewed, man. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on, but people are loving it, apparently.
Is this like a biography of different things Mr. Beast has done in his time on YouTube?
I mean, you just put Mr. Beast in it and just hope for the best. It just goes off. These are all shorts, huh? Well, what happens when you click? Well, not all of them. Looks like.
Oh no, they're just short form content, but not YouTube shorts. All landscape.
Interesting.
And this is our tool at work here, showing you just like the views per hour on each of these and how it's exploded for the channel, which is really good.
And double it down.
What advice can we possibly give here other than to double down on this series that has just hit the mark for the channel?
My question is, what's the end game?
Exactly. Yeah. Where's this going to be in 50 videos time? Good question.
Yeah, like what ends up happening? I mean, you can do, I guess, Mr. Beast stuff for as long as Mr. Beast is around. But what type of audience are you really getting? And like, I don't know. You could do other YouTubers in the same format, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking some of his colleagues in that space, and then you would move on to people that YouTube has worked with, such as Mark Rober, and other people that he's invited onto his. Sometimes there's those big challenges where he'll have Logan Paul on and other big creators. They can move there next.
This is a geography quiz channel. This is why I'm confused.
It's a clear pivot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely not anymore.
Yeah, right. 100%. So, yeah,
wrestling to begin with.
I think that, and then there was some wrestling. Okay, so, I get it. Like, it's experimentation, which is completely fine. There's no problem with that. But I think if this is where they're going to go, because 10 days ago, 7 days ago, so maybe 2 weeks time might not be enough to convince them of a pivot. But if this is going to be the way that they're going to move forward, whether it's just talking about Mr. Beast or people kind of that are viral creators per se, then that pivot might end up having to happen in that direction. But you're going to want to make sure that you're adjusting your banner, adjusting your about section. And eventually, once you get into monetization territory where your watch hours and your subs are good, you can start unlisting the other content that makes no sense. Because right now, if I can do this channel, cool, I've got 4 videos. That's awesome. But if I want to see other content, is the same viewer that's coming for these Mr. Beast videos going to be interested in geography quizzes?
Yeah.
So
this is their channel essentially right now, and this is the way forward.
Yep.
Get to it. Good stuff. Let's move on to the next channel.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
The
Claw.
All right, channel number 5 from the gaming zone here. All right, so what I'm going to do is going to be fair and balanced here, and each one of us is going to lead with a gaming channel. So I'm going to nominate Viper first, and then when we go to the next gaming channel, Viper, you can nominate who has to lead with that one. So you are tackling Villager.
Okay. I love when people put their mission statement in the banner. I love it. Let me know exactly what I'm going to get when I come to the channel. So good on you for that. Obviously, you got a lot of Minecraft imagery here. So anybody who knows anything about Minecraft, they know the moment they step on this channel, they're getting Minecraft. Now let's see. Thumbnails are pretty much Minecraft for the most part. So, I mean, you can't really do much different with that. That's cool. Titles are short and to the point. I like that. So that's good. Yeah, it looks like it's just a channel about different things happening in the Minecraft world. So, although the random subscriber shout out, kind of weird, but okay, it is what it is.
This channel is very similar to the channel we did a case study on.
Yeah, I was just getting the vibe from that video you and Dan did about that one person that got 1,000 subscribers in a month by pumping out 8 videos a day.
Yeah, with very similar shorts Minecraft videos, with kind of these comparisons as well, like textures now versus textures in the future in Minecraft. So I feel as if you're on the right track. Definitely watch that video for some inspiration. I think what might help you is making the videos even shorter if they are short form content, because those tended to be like 20 to 30 seconds. And probably getting rid of these random subscriber shout outs, because they're just piercing your focus of Minecraft, which is kind of 70% there, but not in every single video that you do.
Yeah. And here's the thing, you all. If you want to do like creator, subscriber shout outs and different things like that, you can find a way to integrate that into your regular content, like maybe at the end of the video or at the beginning of a video.
Yeah, good point.
Don't make a dedicated video doing that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you can Easter egg it at the end of your videos. You know what I mean? Like, I've been the last, I think, 2-3 videos, I've done a completely different outro just because I know this many people make it there. But the ones that see it laugh, and then they'll leave me a comment. And I'm like, hey, thanks for watching the whole way through, because it proves if they saw it, they'll leave a comment. And it's like, all right, perfect. They actually watched to the end. But it's sort of an Easter egg. And most people don't know that that's what I'm doing because they don't watch my videos all the way to the end. So that's something I'm trying to work on. But the fact that I hid something there, and now those people that know it's there, they're now every subsequent video, they're watching all the way to the end so they can see that outro.
Viper, you survived your gaming channel audit challenge. Well done to you. You can nominate the next person after we audit this channel, which is a non-gaming channel. They go by the name of... Okay, so it's quite funny.
Linus?
It sounds like the most boring channel in the world, but there's always an audience for anything on YouTube. So virtual assistant for Linux. It doesn't look like the type of channel I was expecting from the channel name.
No.
That's talk about your bait and switch.
What is it?
Oh man.
Where do we start with this one then?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
I think we're all confused. We're all stumped. Like, oh,
It looks cool, but I'm still trying to figure out what it is. So it's Linux gaming, right?
All right. Okay. Like. So yeah, let's go down that route. What was the about section? Tell us.
Oh, Linux games ranked. Okay.
So Linux gaming, so it's quite specific to people that are gaming on Linux. So obviously there's an audience for this, but how to install Chrome on Linux? Okay.
Is this an example of where the creator is trying to be too clever with their pitch? As an example, this completely loses me in what the video is going to be about. Yeah. What am I getting myself into here?
Also, I am failing to see the value proposition for most of these videos. I mean, I know what we read about in the about section, but as just a person on the outside looking in, when I come to the channel, I fail to see what I get out of this. Like, what is the channel going to show me or teach me? I mean, you're ranking stuff, that's fine, but that's just ranking stuff. I mean, what value am I offering here?
I mean, the thumbnails in themselves are very striking, pretty good.
Yep.
It would stop me from scrolling. But then when I pay attention to many of these thumbnails and trying to figure out what I'm getting into, I'm lost on a lot of them.
Yeah, you're not. It's not there. And I tell you all the time, especially for new creators starting out, no one knows you, so you have to offer some type of value to people that come to your channel. If you want to build an audience, why should they come back to your channel time and time again if you have no value to offer them? They're not going to do it.
Linus Tech Tips dominates this topic.
It looks like the penguin is the big thing that stands out more than anything else in a lot of these thumbnails to denote Linux. So
yeah, maybe the penguin holding a game controller as
something,
just a visual reference point.
I think El Jefe missed a previous calling as a detective.
It's curious. It's a curious channel.
Yeah, for sure.
Lots of
I
content.
want to give him praise on the thumbnails because they're very high quality. But there's obviously something that's not clicking with the audience.
Yeah, that could be a part of it too. And then also depends on how many of the Linux gamer people are actually paying attention to this sort of stuff. Also, maybe they're not leveraging.
Here we have the top 10 Linux
titles.
games released this week. You can
Oh, is that a robot
download
voice?
right now, ranked in order from 10 all the way to number 1.
Yep.
Okay, let's.
Oh, I guess that could be I mean, we've talked about this before. I know Dan's very sensitive to robot voices. As soon as he hears that on the video, he just switches off immediately.
Yep.
I'm not interested in content.
Same. I'm the same way, and it's it is what it is. Maybe that's the gimmick of this channel, virtual assistant. Maybe that's why it's a robot voice.
Okay.
That's entirely possible. But they also have to understand that there's going to be people like myself and Dan, probably Viper as well. And it's nothing against channels that do that. It's just not for me. Some people are okay with it. Just like on TikTok, I can't stand that robot voice that people like to use on TikTok. Can't stand it. That's just me. Maybe I'm just a boomer, I guess. I don't know. But I can't stand it. I prefer for somebody to use their own voice. And I get that people they don't like the sound of their own voice, or they can be embarrassed, but I prefer for somebody to just use your own voice. You know what I mean? That's to me, or at least get a better virtual voice that sounds more human. That way I won't immediately click off, because that artificial voice, it just doesn't do it for me.
Yep. For trend 2, robot voice and click off. Yep.
And then in terms of most popular videos, when it's a clear listicle or a straightforward how-to, those are the videos that perform the best. And so that's what the audience is gravitating towards right now on the channel.
And just to be clear, just want to clarify something. You don't always have to show your face or use your own voice to have a successful channel on YouTube. There are plenty of faceless channels that are doing very well. They are using their own voice, or even sometimes they use a voice modifier. So it's really about engaging with your audience if you're going to be that type of channel. Audience engagement is key. You see a lot of this on Twitch. This is why the rise of VTubers, because they're highly entertaining and they're not showing their faces. So I just want to make that clear. You don't have to do it, but it does help.
Now, I've just realized there, did we just audit what is essentially a gaming channel from a non-gaming form?
Yep.
Oh, how did that manage to get past me? It's because it took us about 30 seconds to work out what the channel was about, didn't it? Sneaky.
Well
I think
played,
we should do a non-gaming channel, and then we'll do a gaming channel.
Sure.
Story time with Bianca. This person reads children's books. Sounds pretty cool as a concept. They have 7,000 subscribers, which is cool. And let's have a look. So just on first impressions, it looks like you literally have a book on your carpet. You're turning over the pages. I assume you're narrating as you tell the stories.
That's pretty cool.
The concept is cool. The thumbnail, not so much.
I do have a question here, and I hate to bring this up, but if this channel was to go viral in some way or be successful, there may be potential copyright issues here. I know there have been channels that have been hit with copyright issues when they've been showing comics on their videos. So if it's a complete book that you're reading, you're essentially turning a book into an audio visual book, and there might be issues with that. So something to consider.
Yeah, I've seen if I remember that might have been what happened to the Comic Storian. And now when he shows the screens of the comic book pages, he blanks out the text sections. So now it's just blank. So you still see the pane. So you see the picture, but it's almost like if you saw this picture, but there was no text on it.
Yeah. So I don't think these are reviews. These are literal narrations.
Yeah. So you definitely want to be careful with that for sure, especially if one of these publishers decides that they want to be litigious.
It's really interesting. That was a big thing. Someone's old channel I got taken down from some comic thing in Japan, right? Or anime.
Yeah, it was anime companies that were going after people. Roberto, I think it was one of Roberto's friends that had their channel removed like that. So
Okay, so going back to what I just said about a minute ago, you have almost 8,000 subscribers, and you are barely cracking 100 views a video. And I feel like a big reason for that is your thumbnails. The whole taking a picture of the book and posting it, that's not going to work. The thing about thumbnails, you have to realize that thumbnails are the first impression that people get before they decide whether or not to click on your video. Your thumbnail needs to be vivacious. It has to pop. It has to catch people's attention. Because think about how you as a person view YouTube, right? When you're just scrolling endlessly or mindlessly up and down YouTube trying to figure out how to watch a video. If you see a picture of a random book, you're not going to stop and click on that video. It's just not happening. So what I would suggest for her is taking some of the characters from the book that she's reading and making a thumbnail out of the characters, like having them like maybe lifestyles, or just having a scene, maybe recreating a scene from the book as its own thumbnail. That might be a better idea than just taking a picture of the book and putting it on as a thumbnail. Because the book thing is not going to work. I
would assume there'll be even if you took that image there and really blew it up, because the shock that it's hey Viper, it's a YouTuber face, pretty much on that.
But more importantly, it's gonna get me to stop and pay attention instead of this random picture of the book, right?
Having said all of that, though, I do worry that there's a potential copyright problem here, unless it's in the description or like you have permission to do this. Definitely check, because it seems inevitable that there could be a problem here with this if you carry on. All right, so let's take a gaming channel now, Viper. You can nominate any one of us. I'm also in this list as well. Who do you want to audit the following channel?
I need to know if Travis is still with us. Travis has been kind of quiet lately. Is he still there?
All right, okay. Looks as if Travis has been pulled in to take a look at a channel that centers the video link rather than a channel link. Rio Gaming YT.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Montage 2022 of what? Montage of what, though? Elite scrims, league scrims, evolve. So all these evolve? Well, okay. So let's say, for example, okay. So you're assuming that people know exactly what this content is or what it's going to be about, which is why you're not putting more descriptive thumbnails and titles in. You're just assuming that. Unfortunately, what you're doing is you're eliminating yourself from people who don't know what it is, but still might be interested in your content anyway if they saw it. So first things first, descriptive titles and thumbnails. If you want to know how to do that, look at what Mr. Beast does. Don't steal his stuff, but basically look at how descriptive and how you know exactly what you're going to get before you ever click his video. He does a great job of that.
These are live streams, Travis, just to clarify.
Some of them are.
About 60-70% of them are. So does that change the titling at all? Because
no, I mean, you should still be going for something that's descriptive. I mean, 800 UCS giveaway tournament. Like, what does that even mean?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
So, I mean, the thing is like when you are live streaming, you get a little bit of a bump in search results. So you should be using, your typical SEO kind of practices. So whatever happens to be, a good trending keyword in your particular niche, use that in your live stream titling. I mean, I used to do it all the time, and I would always get like 30% more live viewers, and you can see proof of it in search results. But at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm not really sure what this channel is about. And if I knew what the game was, maybe I would be okay with it. But then I would immediately have to go, okay, well, if I know what this game is, let me see what the other videos look like, the other thumbnails and titles look like for this particular game. And are you on that level?
So I thought it was Evolve Warfare, but even when I do a search for Evolve Warfare, the fact that there's no autocomplete,
that's
I've spelled it right. Yeah, I've spelled it correctly, haven't I? That is a little concerning, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
so their rank third, which is good, but it's also concerning because it means that why should you be ranking so highly given where you are with 230 views? That doesn't.
Yeah, essentially, is anyone watching or looking for this content? And it could just be that this particular game isn't popular enough with enough people on YouTube In which case, if you still love this game and it's like, yeah, no, I want to do this game, then you need to have a version of this where you are comparing it to other games that people are searching for to get them in here. Like, this is better than Call of Duty, or the shot that you can't do in Battlefield, or something like that.
It's PUBG apparently.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Well, then where's the? Why is that? Like,
yeah, I'm really confused now.
The fact that there's no PUBG in the titles is kind of weird. Is it because it's a? You know, I'm also doing a lot of like Malaysian things. Is this a Malaysian only version of the game or something?
I'm really confused now. Yeah.
See, I like that. How do we miss this epic game 4 years ago?
So I guess going back to this channel, they need to figure out how their content is going to be shared more. Because they're probably a lot of the views they're getting. I wouldn't be surprised if, well, let's say 70% plus of their views are from return viewers who are watching every video and live stream, which is good. But are you able to reach out to broader audiences to build your channel?
Yeah, and that's the end. That at the end of the day, that's what it is. If there's not a general interest in this game because there just isn't, then you've got to drum up. You either got to do one of two things: drum up interest in some way by kind of looking at other things that are similar enough that you can kind of get into, or do something else.
It does look to be channel growth here. They've gone from 500 subscribers 2 weeks ago to nearly 850. That sounds like a lot.
So what is the video
view counts?
Yeah, but it's none of these videos, right? Like, what's the most popular video they have?
I don't think they had anything that was super popular. Yeah, there's nothing outstanding. So that's a little curious as well. I'm just asking a question. Not saying there's anything weird going on, but
I mean, it could be that so few people are covering this game that everyone who comes across it is like, oh, a channel that does this. Let me watch. That's always a possibility.
Maybe. Congratulations, Travis. You have survived your gaming audits.
Before we go on, though, I just want to put a quick note in. I know on this channel, we tell you guys to niche down. You have to be focused if you want to grow your channel. And that is true. But that does not mean that you title your videos in such a way that you only are aiming for your particular niche. The thing to remember about YouTube is that there are over 2 billion monthly active users on YouTube. And as a creator, you should be trying to get your video in front of as many of them as you can, regardless of your niche. So that goes into the way that you title and make your thumbnail. So I made a video recently talking about why people should use Apple Pay, but I did not use Apple Pay in the title because a lot of people might not even know what Apple Pay is or care. So basically I titled the video, Stop Using Your Credit Card. Everybody knows what a credit card is. And when I title it that way, it makes people curious. Even the people that don't care about Apple Pay, they want to know, well, why should I stop using my credit card? So you have to think about that when you are titling your videos. Title them for the mass public. Don't just title them for people that are in your niche.
I am delighted to be able to audit Raoul Reynolds Arts. A good example here of the random number generator will occasionally bring up people who are always in the live streams posting comments. The first question I want to ask here is 21,000 subscribers. View counts are 20 or less.
6 hours ago, though.
What's happening? What's going on here? Okay. So there, I think, is our answer.
Yeah,
they had some videos blow up.
Now this is an awareness poster.
This is where our tools can be quite helpful, and it's saying that you're still getting significant numbers of views from all of this stuff, these shorts from a few months ago. It's interesting how the Valentine's ones are sort of peaking a little bit here. Nice work on them.
The calligraphy.
Nice work. Yeah, very nice work.
Calligraphy really good.
The calligraphy ones are bringing in views. You're not doing calligraphy right now, although I think these videos this style of drawing has been bringing in views as well. But is it a problem that they're just going through so many different, not drawing styles, but I mean, I wonder if they're actually planning like this type of stuff to go a little viral in 3 weeks' time when the movie comes out. You know, that would be an intelligent play.
That'd be smart,
yeah.
Get them out there already.
Yeah, and then the Friday Night Freddy thing, they just was like a new version of that game that came out, right? I think that just recently happened.
Okay, all right.
If there's an update, yeah, for sure. If you can jump on it early, same thing. Jumping on stuff. If you know something's coming, especially seasonal stuff. This is something that I had mentioned to.
Whoa, geez, sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is all
Yeah,
from a day ago.
Thumbnail wallpaper.
The volume of content. This is all from the last 48 hours.
It's like 9 seconds, 7 seconds. Although one of them is 50 minutes, but they're using the same thumbnail.
Huh.
But I guess if it's shorts, I guess it doesn't matter. But when you go to your landing page here, it's like.
Okay, so what do we think this channel should do? Should they silo off their different drawing styles and like different formats, like cartoon drawings of famous, like they could have a Disney drawing channel. They could have a DC drawing channel. They could have a gaming drawing channel. Should all of this be in the same place? Given how much there is and how many different styles there are. We got like font writing here for Valentine's, presumably. Jeez, look at all of this content. We're still not a week in yet.
Yeah, tons. And then there's the click. So the same thumbnail as the others. And the thing about samey thumbnails is it's like a dual-edged sword. It's like, well, people clicked on this before, so I'll use it for future ones. And that there is some common sense to that. But then there's also well, you might be confusing people to come back because they think they've already seen it. So it's kind of a dual-edged sword there.
These are shorts, though. I don't think.
For shorts then. Yeah.
Sorry, almost all shorts. There are a couple of.
I think what's worse, showing no thumbnail on a short or thumbnail wallpaper. Right? It's like a double-edged sword, if we're being completely honest. So for me, when it comes to the thumbnails on the shorts, especially when you have a huge block of shorts, I wouldn't have them all be the same. If anything, I would just leave them kind of the way you're doing the other ones and just let it be a slide of whatever it is. Because I agree with Travis here that people will think they've already seen it. Like I did 4 subsequent videos back around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and they were different videos. Same type of topic, same type of format. They were top 5 videos, and I had 5 earbuds in the thumbnail, and then I put like top 5 blah. But they were so similar that people were not bothering to read the title or the text to realize that they had already seen the other one. So I was getting people asking me like, "Oh, hey, are you going to do this about noise canceling?" I literally just did it. The thumbnails were so similar that it was creating confusion. So once I changed up the title strategy on all of them, and also changed the thumbnail style to add color, to do it in a different location, to sort of change the layout, now those videos are starting to pick up views because now they actually look different. So now when my audience sees them or it gets presented in front of them, they're like, "Oh, it's a different video," instead of the thumbnail looking exactly the same.
Rob.
Yo.
This dude, or whoever this is, put out like 20 videos in one day? Like,
yeah. This is where I think this is almost going into a group coaching conversation here. I don't think this has anything to do with thumbnails. I think this is all to do with volume of content and either deciding to produce less content that is more focused or producing the same amount of content, but separating it into different onto different channels.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not saying here, Jeff, you should agree or disagree with me. I think that is, for me, that seems to be the biggest challenge for this channel.
Yeah, 40 to 90 videos a day is what they just put in the chat, and it's like it's a bit much, I would say. But
is it for shorts though? Because I think we've already established you can make as many shorts as you want, and it doesn't.
I think so. For really shorts, you're going to be okay.
But yeah, if it's short or long, like we only have 24 hours in a day, man. Y'all got to respect people's time out here, man.
Travis, what do you think?
I mean, shorts are such a weird thing. It's like it seems like the rules for shorts are different. I don't know that. I think that it's hard to create like a dedicated fan base using shorts. It's not to say you can't. I just think it's harder because I just think about when people are watching shorts and what's going on with those viewers. They're just trying to kill time. They're not really investing in anything more than a minute. That tells you a lot about the viewer. It's not like they're trying to invest. So There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, certainly you can continue to do it. And if you can get enough of an interesting video in less than a minute, cool, do it. I mean, do that thing. And if you can do a bunch in a day, sure. I just think it depends. Like, you really got to think about what's your end goal. Is your end goal just to have a bunch of people see, some of your drawings? Then you're doing it right by just shoving as many out as you can. If you're trying to grow and like have some type of community or something, especially if you're trying to monetize, like none of that is shorts. Like community and monetization is not where shorts is. It might be at some point, but it's just not the right type of viewer, in my opinion.
Why does this happen? Why is there a series of videos here? Calligraphy drawing beautiful names. Each get 1,000 views each, 2,500 views, and then they do something else and the views collapse.
Because he just said in chat that the calligraphy is what people ask for.
They're asking us to check
Then
the tab.
this channel needs to be calligraphy only and ship all of this other stuff onto a separate channel, in my opinion.
The data is not lying. That's what the data's saying. Sometimes y'all got to follow the data. The data don't lie.
But it is weird because then like we have these batch like 16 views, 11 views, 12 views, 9 views. So something's gone weird again. It's a shorts recommendation system. I don't still fully understand it.
Yeah, that's such a hard thing to understand.
And then you have this. Look, they drew some Bitcoin and Ethereums, and these get 2,000, 1,000 views. I feel as if, it's an interesting conversation. I don't think any of us have a true answer.
I tend to agree with you, Rob. I think they knew I think he needs to have a channel just for calligraphy, because it seems like that was really getting all the views or most of the views. So if that's what people were asking for, maybe it might be time to think about just having a calligraphy only channel or changing this particular channel to calligraphy only. But
the hilarious thing is you could do this in a week's time. You have 200 calligraphy videos on that channel. So you'll have the data within a week.
Yeah.
Although what I'm personally thinking is you should keep this as the calligraphy channel, and then all of the other stuff you should create new channels for.
Yeah, that
cool.
That makes sense.
All right. I don't know if we've got to consensus there, but it's a really interesting channel to look at. Yeah. Travis, you now get to nominate who's going to cover this gaming channel.
Who hasn't done something in a minute?
It is myself or Jeff.
I'm going to do you this time. I figure Jeff can do.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a look at a channel simply called Sky. We have 6 subscribers. So presumably a new channel to the world of YouTube. Oh, well, this is pretty easy. Okay, thanks for choosing me here, Travis. Right then. So
that's
Scott No Name.
Happened, by the way.
What you need to do is you need to whatever your
try Control F5 refresh, because I had this happen to me the other day where it was glitching out. I had to like control refresh, and then finally the videos appeared. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh no, what have I done?
Wait, what happened?
What's gone wrong here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can see you too.
So right, I just pressed Control F5 and all of my tabs have disappeared.
Oof.
I can't see any of my tabs now.
What? Did I just bork the whole live stream? Well, Scott No Name, let's give Scott some advice here.
I've really
Scott, we need some videos. I'm not gonna lie. NGL for those who like the shorthand. We need to get some videos out on this channel. So yeah, man.
Hey, what's going on here?
I've lost. So all of the tabs have disappeared. I shouldn't be able to talk to you now because I cannot see the tabs.
So maybe it's just minimized.
So what can you see?
We can see your screen share.
Your face, see your screen.
Yeah, Scott, I can't see that now. It's gone.
As a matter of fact, you can't see us either.
I can't see StreamYards. I see nothing.
Maybe hit Control F5 again.
I don't even know how to quit out.
So open up your browser. I guess open up your browser and then come back through. Whatever.
Huh? What does Control F5 do, Jeff? What?
Nothing good.
Refresh.
F5 is refresh. I don't know about Control F5.
Hang on. Control F5 is just a full refresh of the page.
So I think my keyboard does something.
All right.
Like theoretically like this.
Viper, are you controlling this live stream? Are you in as an administrator?
I can.
I might need to leave because
I know. Well, how can you leave if you don't have a browser window?
Well, I'll have to reset the computer.
Oh, you mean reset?
I'm in the drive.
You have to do it, I guess.
You have to leave. I can man the ship.
What about Control Alt Delete? What does that do?
Well, that's, you know what that's going to do.
I'm trying to cancel you.
What difference does it make? You can't do anything else. You might as well do that.
No.
Amateur hour has begun. You are correct. You are correct.
Right. I don't know what to do. Help.
What happens if you Alt Tab?
All right.
Alt tab. Yeah, there's nothing to Alt tab to.
Restart.
All right. So this is now a Viper live stream. No.
Control F5 does something, but I don't know what it does.
Rob is completely in a limbo at the moment. So
yeah, I am.
Just power it off and power back on, I guess.
They're telling you to Alt tab.
Yeah, you already did that.
It's not working. It's not working.
Okay. Apparently nothing's working right now. So yeah.
Put holy water on it.
So Control F5 it refreshes.
Can you see my camera?
Keyboard.
Right?
Yeah.
So I did this like Control F5, and it just seems to do something weird with my desktop.
Like it refreshes the cache.
I do not know what that button does.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you should probably reboot now while you can.
That's live streaming for you folks.
Wouldn't be a VidIQ live stream without
right. Real time, baby. Real time stuff going on, y'all. Real time here.
Viper, you're in charge. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right. Let's see. Let me get my setup here on here real quick. I was not expecting to be in charge today, but all right, that's cool. Let me see if Scott No Name actually has no content on the channel, or that's a bug. Let's see.
He was trying to refresh to be able to see it in the first place. I see.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, because with Control F5, you're refreshing the cache. So like, let's say you update a thumbnail, and then you go back to the page and it still shows you the same old thumbnail. You hit Control F5, and then it'll refresh the cache, and now you'll see your new thumbnail up there. So that's basically what it's doing. So it isn't.
Rob got cached out.
Rob's system is too many tabs open. I'm blaming that.
We're gonna put Rob in the background here. All right.
The screen is still showing though.
Yep, we're gonna remove that. All right. So
there we go.
All right, so this is now a Viper live stream. So we're gonna go back to the claw. I guess we're gonna go back to the claw.
Sorry, here we go.
Where we at here? Area. Go back to the claw. Oh nope, that's not right. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Where the hell the thing at?
Savagely put users in timeout, because why not?
Where was the claw?
Where is it? Where the hell? Where is it? Oh, you know what? It's a thing, isn't it? It's a how do y'all do that? Like,
he goes to a web page.
And okay, I don't know what page you go to. So all right,
this is randomly pick somebody from the
I know what to do. Hold on. I got this. See if this works here. All right, here we go.
Ease
all right,
on the spam.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this a little differently, you all.
Everyone's having problems.
The chat's having problems with these spammers. Good God.
Well, y'all need to quit that stuff. What's going on here? I get more subscribers, right? Okay. All right. All right. So now what we're gonna do here? Oh, Rob is back. Hi, Rob.
There you go. How are things?
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
It's always something.
Okay. While Rob gets his stuff situated, I'm going to share my screen here. And since I have no idea what website he used to go do the claw stuff, we're gonna do a giveaway thing.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Hashtag glitch.
Yes, that's right. So if you want your channel audited on the live stream right now, I need you to type in hashtag glitch. You got to spell it just as it is here. And we'll choose it that way.
And only do it once.
Yeah, only do it once.
Because you can do it as many times as you want, and StreamYard is just going to filter that out. So doing it more than once is not going to increase your chances. You only need to do it once.
Yeah,
you guys hear me, right? You guys hear me in the chat?
Are you listening to my man? Listen to my head of security. You hear what he's saying right now?
You hear what I'm saying in chat? Once.
One time.
People, I don't know how much clearer I can make that for you guys. Once. Once means one time.
That's right. I'll give y'all another 30 seconds to type in your entry, and then we'll choose a random person. And please have a channel. Some of y'all be BSing. Have a channel, okay? Don't you put it in there to put it in there. Have our YouTube channel that we can actually audit. Thank you very much. Just saying.
188.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we hear.
All right.
You're back.
No name. Make some videos. That's my advice.
Good one there, Rob.
All
right, let's draw. We're over 200.
All right. We're going to go ahead and draw, and one of you all is going to get your channel randomly audited. See what we got here.
I have no idea what button that does. Jeff, I'm going to have to Google this afterwards. It's like Logitech's kill switch.
I'm a little scared. Nightmare from Mitchell, but we'll see what happens here.
It just refreshes the cache.
Ooh.
That's all it does.
Let's see if I can find your channel here.
Live streams, though.
I love it.
I know, right?
Nope, that's wrong.
Just copy and paste it, can you? Or no?
Probably, but I'm difficult.
Oh. That one ain't there. It says channel. Look at that, 3,000. There we go.
Hey, it's Spooky Boo.
No, Spooky Boo.
Spooky
Boo.
Hey.
All right. So, who wants to take this one?
I can't see anything.
Sorry, that was me. I'm trying to get it working in the background.
Jeff, you want to lead this one here?
Hang on. Sorry, trying to full screen it. Let's go to their video page because the home page is not helping us.
Okay, let's go to the video page. Let's do that. Bam. All right.
Let's see here. And so Scary Stories live stream with Nightmare's Mistress. Be there soon.
Let me
Cryptid Stories. So I'm sort of having trouble understanding exactly what the channel's about. I'm assuming that they're telling us stories or reading us stories, because it doesn't seem like a compilation channel. Like, there's like ghost videos and things of that nature. This almost more seems like maybe they're like the people that would read off stories on Reddit, like creepypastas and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm getting that exactly right. Some of these are much more simple. Do me a favor, Viper, if you can. Sorted by most popular.
Can you just increase the zoom as well, if possible, Viper? Like,
yeah.
do it up to like 150%. There we go.
Boom.
Too far.
That helps.
All right, go by most popular. Okay.
Interesting. So
what?
Horror stories, creepy. Okay. Clown. All right.
So what's telling there is that the video length is, I think, significantly shorter than the most recent videos. They're like 10 minutes or less generally, whereas I think the newer ones were about 50 minutes in length.
So almost maybe they're because some of these like Scary Stories, that's like a live stream.
Yeah,
okay. Those are streams. So that could be what's going on there. One thing I will say about live streams and what you want to do if you want to keep those up and have some sort of replay value is to make sure that you are cutting them to the parts that are the most significant, and also titling and thumbnails matter even with your live streams. So just want to make that very, very clear, because you can have live streams get tons of views after the fact, but you have to make sure you go into them with intent by making sure you're titling them and thumbnailing them like you would a regular video. Even if you only pick the name and thumbnail based on one of the stories you're going to talk about, make sure it's the strongest one. You can still talk about the other stuff, but just choose that strongest story that's really going to grab people's attention and use that single story as the title and thumbnail.
Usually we'd have a huge conversation about red text on thumbnails, but I guess for horror stories and whatnot, that kind of fits the vibe. But the font is still a little bit of a struggle here. This is weird because it's the first time I'm actually having to rely on StreamYards to audit the channel. So now I feel everybody else's pain when having to look at a smaller screen. And I'm finding it difficult to read the text on many of these.
Yeah. I think it's legible enough.
Right.
But it could be simplified. Now I get the wanting to have it thematically seem like a kind of like a spooky font and this sort of stuff. It doesn't have to be that way. The topic is already going to cover that for you. So you really don't have to do that, especially if it's at the expense of people being able to understand your thumbnail within the first 2 seconds. So just that's something I definitely want to keep in mind, is you don't want to confuse people. You don't want to make me have to read and try to decipher what it is, because I'll just move on. I'll just keep scrolling to the next guy.
Next channel, Viper. Let's
keep it rolling.
see what else we've got on.
You don't want to retake control, Rob?
No, I'm quite comfortable here. I'm quite relaxed.
All right,
I'll do the outro. I can cover that, but you've already got things set up.
All right, give me a second here. I gotta go back to the thing. And we can redraw again here in a moment. If I can type correctly, that'd be great. And we are on more subscribers. All right. We'll just keep going with glitch, I guess.
Yep.
I'm going to do one more time. Share.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be checking out Nightmare's Mistress's channel. I love my spooky stories and ghost videos and such.
All right. We're going to do the same thing one more time. People just put the word glitch in just as you see it. Put it in one time, and we'll draw another channel to be randomly audited. Give y'all about a minute to do that, and then we'll go ahead and get the party started.
There we go.
I'm gonna Google what that I'm gonna Google what that means on my Logitech keyboard.
What was that? Control? What was it?
That's the problem. Logitech keyboards. That's the issue.
Hey, you watch it. They'll have faith. Don't you even start.
All right, here we go. So I got a new keyboard. When I hit F5, the screen blanks to desktop instead of refreshing.
Ooh.
And that's exactly what it did. But then I couldn't find any of my my windows or anything. They just disappeared. It was if it moved to like a different, like a second profile.
I'm gonna have to send Rob a keyboard.
All right, let's see which one of y'all.
Yeah, let's draw. Let's do
our next victim here.
I can. What I can tell you, I can guarantee you 100% that would not happen in group coaching.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Kofi K. All right, Kofi.
Oh, is this going to be a wrestling channel about the?
Let's see if I can find your YouTube channel here.
Did we lose Travis?
Looks that way. He's probably just appalled by my continued failure trying to run a live stream, which is fair play.
Okay, where is your channel?
There it is.
There it is. Lucked out.
Whoa, you have like one video, two videos.
All right. So that's the first thing I think that we'll tell anybody who's brand new, especially Kofi K. So welcome, as Rob would say, welcome to your creative journey. You're just getting started. A couple of weeks ago, you got 2 videos out. So here's some things that I definitely want to give you as a piece of advice. Firstly, you definitely want to focus on your consistency. So you want to make sure that you sort of set a schedule for yourself, and it has to work for you. You know, like, because people have lives, they have school, they have work, they have family, things they have to take care of. So if you can upload once a week, set that as a goal. If it's twice a week as a goal, or twice a month, whatever works for you, come up with that goal. And then secondly, when it comes to consistency, think about who you are targeting with your videos. Like, who are my videos going to be for? Think about it that way. Don't think of it in a sense of what's the next video I can come up with and just throw a random video out there. Just kind of think about, who is this going to make sense to? You know, who am I going after? So
if I was to predict what this channel is about, it's going to be an animation education channel about Ghana, which is perfectly fine. That's brilliant. Stick to that goal for the next 25 to 50 videos over 3 to 6 months, and then you can assess where you are.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is just make more content, my dude. And then when you have some more videos up, come back to us, and we'll see what happens in the next month or 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
But I'm having an issue with my computer, you all. I don't know what's going on. Let me see what I can do about this.
Oh, you too.
All right, let's see what we got here going on. It's terrible. What a waste of technology. I don't know why people do this to themselves. Absolutely trash. I got good news. I got great news. So I just signed a deal with a technology company. I'm making a lot of money. I wanted to announce it here. Signed a deal with Logitech to put in the Savage button. What happens is, if you press the right button, it screws everything up. It's the greatest thing I've ever done. They say it should go live any moment. I can't wait. I can't wait till the first sucker tries it. I can't wait. I'm going to put it all on YouTube, get my viral moment. I can't wait.
Well done, Savage. Well done.
Oh my God.
Hold up my hands.
The Savage button is going to be like this.
Okay, not a fan of the Savage part. Okay, Mint Twist Cars. Good to see you. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Okay, look, we only got a couple minutes left. My Burger King is almost here.
Your Burger King.
Not Burger King's almost here. You know, I have everything delivered now. I can't be bothered with leaving the house anymore. It's like hot garbage out there.
You did before?
Yeah, no, not really. I do want to do. Listen, I love everybody, so I want to do one channel. I'm gonna do one channel today. Who's gonna be the lucky one?
All right, y'all see what's going on here. Y'all see what's happening.
One channel.
Type it in, y'all. Type in #Savage.
One channel.
One of y'all gonna get Savage. One of y'all.
Who's gonna do this? All right, here it comes. Here comes the flood of savagery.
Who's going to be the next victim?
We're gonna be the victim.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. And all of your tweets, all of your messages, all your hashtags go to feeding needy people all around the world. Every time you give one hashtag, I give 2 hashtags back. There you go.
Wow.
Buy one, get one.
I should just add as a disclaimer, what you are about to hear from Savage is not endorsed by anybody here at vidIQ. It is not. It's definitely not legal advice. It's certainly not educational advice. I don't even think it's entertainment. It's just something that you're about to hear.
Also not financial advice.
Yeah, financial advice as well. It is one thing and one thing only. Savage advice. Viper, run the draw.
And we're hitting the button now.
How many millions of people signed up? Okay, let's see what we got. Survey says
who's the victim?
LOW Live Entertainment. Well, hope they're not live now, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna get upset if they are. You know this. LOTW. What is that? Lord of the Watch. Lord of the Watch. Is that a follow up to Lord of the Rings? I didn't like that. I fell asleep in the second one. I never saw the third one.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, cool.
All right, what is this? Non-copyright gameplay videos.
Ooh.
It feels like non-alcoholic beer. Like, what? I mean, that's implying that like they have the power to give you that. What kind of gameplay are they doing? What is going on here? I'm so confused. Can we I don't normally do this. Let's click one of these videos. Just for a second. I'm so curious. What does this mean? Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, like, think about this for a second. Who's going to use that? Why would someone put this out there on the internet and think that like this was a good idea? Listen, LOTW, non-copyright gameplay. I still don't know what LOTW means. What does that mean? Live entertainment that's recorded.
Let me see if there's
Yeah, I'm curious. I really am curious about this.
The biggest clickbait in the history of everything.
This channel have more videos than subscribers. Ooh.
This channel got more gall than anything else. I mean, the gall of this channel. My God. All right, well, look, I'm just going to say this one thing. We just passed the day of love, the Savage Valentine's Day, where people are in love and other people are upset that they're not in love. So today, I'm going to say, for this channel, I'm just going to give a lovely piece of advice. Never in your life, ever upload another video in your life. Please don't do that. We appreciate you for coming on through. It's been another incredible week here at vidIQ. It's been great. I love most of y'all.
Yeah.
Some of y'all I love. Not all of y'all, though. Some of you I don't like. Most of y'all I like.
Viper, I can now take control again of a stream. I thank you very much for taking over. And that is one of the benefits of StreamYards, because if we were doing this any other way, we would have been royally up a creek with no paddles. If I'd done that another way. So let's say goodbye. What on earth is this comment? Is that true?
Wow.
Where's that come from?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Makes him a zombie.
All right. So we say goodbye to some people. I will start with answering this question. So the Sol Valarzi. Yes. We purge the forms every single week to give everybody a fair chance, because if you signed up this week and then you get audited next week, that means that you could miss the audit, and it's not very fair to the people who are signing up and watching the live stream live, so it were.
A little behind the scenes on that, as a matter of fact, Rob. Right before he does that, I literally go through and I print every single one on a piece of paper and flush them down the toilet every single week, so that your dreams go down the toilet much like everyone else's, like my own as a young savage. Go ahead.
The Faceless Chef UK, thank you for taking the time out of your evening. There was another question here that I did want to quickly answer. Somebody asked, do you audit foreign language channels? And the answer is yes. We try our best to audit any channel of any language. And that's when we start to look at the thumbnails and see if they can do a good job of communicating visually what the content is about.
Did we just do that just a second ago? Like the Savage one seems, I don't know if that was English or not.
No, I think that was English. Raul Reynolds Art, you are more than welcome for your channel audit. I'm intrigued to see what you're going to do with all of your content over the next couple of weeks and months. And now I'm going to pass it over to Jeff, if you want to say goodbye to some people.
Sure. We got Conoce Latino America, so goodbye to you.
Nice.
We got Calvin, just Calvin. Goodbye to you once again. The Sounds of Portuguese, goodbye to you as well. Lo-Fi Skies, goodbye to you as well.
That's one for you there, Savage.
That's right, 23 lives, because 9 lives is not enough. What do we got? The Smasher Kitten. We got 23 lives. I already said that. What else is going on? Bye. He's on a dude channel with a perm. You were on a dude channel with a perm?
I think they're talking about Nate from Channel Makers.
Oh, are you thinking of getting a perm?
I'll give anything a shot, given my current condition up there.
All right. Addiction happiness.
What about this one?
We got the Nayfi Cancel Savage. Good luck with that. What else? Porsche Juliet. We got Sol Valari was on here earlier. We already said that.
Tuesday is the next stream at 11. Well, actually, no, good question. We are live tomorrow, and we are talking to Uscreen about what they do in the video space, and we're going to be talking about video consistency. So do check us out tomorrow. We'll also do all of the usual Q&A as well.
So Savage, I'm pretty Sibi B6 road to 1K. And T Duck Piano. You know, hey, Rob, when you're done saying all the goodbyes, I want to do one last thing. You're going to have to get timing perfectly on this, though. So please be paying attention. Just go ahead and say your thing, and then let me come back.
Okay. Well, we need Viper to say goodbye.
Yeah, no, I know. After that,
Viper, who are you saying goodbye to?
Bacon lover. That's my type of people right there. Goodbye to you. Who else we got? We got M Gordanda. Goodbye to you.
Same person.
We got
I didn't mean to pick a Russian name.
It's just the next one I clicked on. Goodbye to you. I don't know your name. I don't know. The Smasher Kitten Show. Goodbye to you. And Breathtaking. Wow.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is it. We are going to say goodbye for today. If you want to take advantage of group coaching, there is a link in the description. Make sure to sign up to vidIQ for your 30-day free trial. We will be back tomorrow for our Q&A.
Rob, we're not done yet. We're not done, Rob.
What?
You got to go back to Savage, man.
And now I pass it back to Savage for whatever he's going to say.
Okay, Rob, and your timing on this has got to be impeccable, my friend, okay? And I think you're going to understand here in a second, okay? So I was in the YouTube studio, and I found one setting. And believe it or not, it guarantees 10,000 subscribers by clicking it. And that setting is this.